Hello, and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight, we are running episode 42 of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. This is the Age of Ashes adventure path. But before we get into the sponsors for tonight's session, let's reintroduce our cast, starting with James.
Hi! Of course you had to pick me first. I'm James. I'll be playing Dorf again this evening. I'm really excited to be back for my second cameo here with this character, and I really look forward to seeing what we've got for us tonight.
Mr. Smith, Dr. Mr. Smith, I should say.
Yes, as of last week, I am now Dr. Mr. Smith. Where is my motherfucking keys to my motherfucking TARDIS? I am now a goddamn wizard. Bow before me.
Oh my god. Wow. See, I was expecting something like subtle. Oh, it's being summoned.
Look, I was
Sam.
freaking out there for a minute. I was like, what is that noise?
Yeah. Sam.
I can't even follow that. I'm Sam. I'll be playing Aghi, so that's it.
Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet, and tonight I'll be playing Vesperin, the Sea of the Rogue, and we will find out the origins of my murder knife.
Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Sailix, Lavendale tonight, who has, he's been having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see what's going on, and this is going to be a great time.
Last but not least, Spence.
Hi, I'm Spence. I live here. And playing Monica Freerunner, and she's finally found somebody who enjoys like the intricacies of alcohol in Dorf, but she can't really enjoy it because she doesn't feel quite right in the head. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We will, won't we? Tonight's session is brought to you by Smiteworks. They are the creators of Fantasy Grounds Unity, which you will see me use throughout the night. If you are interested in upgrading your game with a virtual tabletop, I could not recommend it highly enough. Go to fantasygrounds.com to check it out. We're also using the Only Sheet, which is an Excel-based character management tool for Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition, as well as Dungeons & Dragons. Our music tonight is by Michael Gelfi and Rock Narden. If you like what you hear, you can find links to the music in the show notes. But now let's get into tonight's game. I wanted to start, actually, with a journal entry. The Unforgotten. They probably haven't heard it, actually. But I think it's revealing. You should be able to hear it.
A milestone to which our men, women, and wee ones will not see. We have barred the gates. Our homes have become our tombs. We've done unimaginable things to survive. Dark things. Maybe that is why our gods have forsaken us. Our days are numbered, our soldiers weak. Soon the orcs will win, and the 12-year siege will be the fall of Sakarak. This is the end. My time has come. I beg you. I beg you, never return, lest you see what became of us.
Off in the distance, You can hear the sounds of Sagarak. You've made your way as far north as possible, and you've reached the Hanging Palace. Climbing up several catwalks, stairwells, even ladders, you finally reach the throne room, and as you enter, the torches, ever burning, they light in unison, sitting on the throne, about 30 feet away from you, the dead king himself. Eyes glowing, he stands. And he observes you all. What do you do?
Are we
lean over.
escorted to him, or just put in front of him? Or are we at the far end?
You're right in the throne room, through the double doors.
Are we supposed to bow or
Rune trying to
something?
remember what he learned of the Sagarak society from the library at Kovlar will address properly, whether it's a bow or a kneel or what have you.
Right. That's not difficult. You know to bow to your king. At least that's Dwarven culture. And you're in front, so you might have the opportunity to act there. You notice he's surrounded by 4 knights. Dwarves, they're tall though. It's from their armor. They each carry a different weapon.
So yeah, Rune
They
will
watch-
attempt to hide his underlying fear of being surrounded by a bunch of dead things, and bow before King Harald. It is a pleasure to meet you, King Harald.
As he stands, the green light wispily trails a path. He moves up. He becomes taller, but really not much taller than a typical dwarf. How about the rest of you? What do you do?
Bow and avert my
Waldorff
eyes.
would limp forward and kneel, kind of behind and to the left of Rune.
Aghi will stay
You
where
see him
she's
kind of
at.
leaning on his shillelagh as he kind of like works his way down to one knee.
Aghi just stays where she's at, sort of crossing her arms, and will not bow.
Okay. How about the Vesperin?
She would come forward and sort of do like the whatever the base minimum of like, you know, of respect is, of like, I respect you, but I also don't bow to kings. So like that sort of incline.
Sailix.
I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Sailix is posted up next to Aghi. If anything, he's probably like leaning up against the wall, but he's not bowing.
Monica.
I do bow, but I'm also terrified, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Harald stands one by one, starting with Aghi and Monica, and just sort of scanning inwards, observing your reactions. He looks at Vesperin, cocks his head a bit, but then looks at Rune.
Rune
And then he
won't
looks
avert
at
his
the
eyes,
wraith.
but giving him the respect he deserves as king.
What took your eye, Sky Child? He says. See dust coming out of his mouth.
An eldritch beast known as Menoth.
I was told of a possession of mine.
Yeah, that's why we're here to see you. I'm going to presume you already know who has it.
Make a perception check. Room.
Will do.
As far as you can tell, he doesn't seem to know.
If I may ask, King Harald, what does this dagger mean to you?
It belongs to my clan. He waves his hand. Little sparks of static between his fingers and his palm. He casts Detect Magic.
I feel like we're coded in magic. Like all of us.
Yeah, right.
But it's an artifact.
It is just on Vesperin's hip, like, at this point, like, you know, it's open, like, she's not hiding it.
Rune will, watching him cast the spell, Rune will gesture to Vesperin. My compatriot known as the Vesperin has had it for quite some time. It appeared in Kintargo some time back.
It's also not a dagger, so how did that come about?
He glances at Balgora. Shaped like a kukri now. Seems. With a frown, he strokes his beard. What has become of Balgora? Call out to me.
It then.
You see, you should have killed yourself when you had a chance. Now he will rip you limb from limb.
At least you'll die unhappy.
All right. It would appear, if you remember Balgora as a dagger, King Harald, it would appear that a cult of Norberger chose to reforge your clan dagger into something else entirely, potentially corrupting it in the process.
There could be no corruption with Balgora.
So I wanted to murder everything when you had it too.
You would not comprehend the pain Balgora has been through.
I would love to hear the story.
It has been so long. Give me to who I belong. No longer is it a choice.
If I may, King Harald, you've could have taken the dagger really at any time. This is your kingdom. And yet you brought us here. What's wrong?
We're no enemies. Work together, we can. But I need...
Well, that would be interesting.
Kill them, Oral, kill them all. Rip
700
them
years
limb
ago.
from limb.
700 years ago, a dwarven party attempted to come back here to reclaim Sagarak, and they were nearly wiped out. And yet here we are, only one dwarf among us, and you want to talk. You must be in dire straits indeed.
I'm gonna like stand up and like back away slowly.
Dwarf, as you do back away slowly, you do notice Sailix, Monica, and Aghi as well. Those doors, not quickly, but slowly, they're shutting. Do you react in any way?
Sailix is gonna look at Aghi, just kind of nod on the other side of the door. He's like,
Hmm.
Can I like back towards this column and like put my back up against the column?
Yeah.
Just very, very slowly, kind of. Do.
You do have enough time if you wish to head out before the doors close. Not that there's any reason to, but they are just slowly shutting.
this is one of those moments where you're like,
Is Aghi able to like put her foot in the doorway and like stop it from close? They're like the pressure that continually just
Crusher.
cruncher.
Yeah, you can try to hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll just like place a hand back on the door and just see if it will stop or not.
The Wraith flies over, servant to Haral, as you know, and he just whispers to you, I wouldn't do that.
Why not? I thought we were guests.
And with that long, spidery finger, he... Shh. You are. But stay. The pressure does build on that door as it closes, though.
She'll just move her hand, cross her arms, let it close. Cross her arms.
With that, it shuts. Edel takes a step forward. No. We can work together on one condition.
And what's that condition?
I'm given what belongs to me.
But why now, though? You've had 700 some years, right, to go looking, figure out...
Because we're fucking here, you twat. Now hand me over to Haral.
Seems to me that if you gave a shit about it, you had a long time to figure it out.
Fate would have it that Balgora has returned to me. I'm thankful. It has ended my search. But it is time you return it to its king.
If it would be possible, King Haral, to hear what you would like our assistance with.
I wish to end the pain in Sakarak.
Pain and Sakarak. What does that mean?
There are forces at work.
The
A great
Scarlet
threat.
He doesn't respond to that. Perhaps just cocks his head a bit.
Interesting. What threat?
Can I glean lore to see if I can understand what I'm hearing? I'm still not looking at him, but
What lore skill?
probably nature or survival, based on what we've seen coming here.
Make a survival check.
Okay. I don't know where the tower is. I'm hidden it. But...
You don't know what he's speaking about, but you remember the path that the Wraith took to get you here. It was cautious at first. He was trying not to be followed, zigzagging, taking whatever route it seemed he thought was safest, despite being an undead himself. However, when you reached the walls to the noble district, the tension eased. You took main roads. You couldn't see anybody in this district, not even out of the corner of your eye like you could in South Sakarak, but it seems like there's an element of territory here.
Do you mean, Your Majesty, those who are encroaching upon this district, those who don't let you rest?
Clenches his jaw.
Who is beseeching Sagarak again?
Wrong side of the walls. Sagarak festers from within.
What's caused this?
A great curse. A tragedy. One I wish to tell you about, yet you offend me.
Oh, it is not our intent to offend you, King. We simply want to understand. We know you want your dagger. We just want to understand what's going on here. No more, no less.
I have waited 700 years for Balgora. I'll get her now.
Grave Knights do inch forward towards the Vesperin.
The time has come to say goodbye.
She holds her ground, like, she just flat looks like she doesn't care.
Aghi will move forward, hands
King
on her
Rob.
axes if they're moving towards Vesperin.
Please understand. If we are to help you, Balgora can still have a place in trying to figure out what's going on. Fight back this curse or whoever's causing it.
No.
There is a history with Balgora that you do not know. 700 years. This dagger has transferred hands and wound up with Vesperin. And she's taken good care of this dagger. It is done right by her, as far as I can tell.
This is your last chance, wizard. I'll spare you, all of you, but she has to die.
The dagger?
He's looking at the Vesperin.
Whoa, no, that's not gonna happen. No one's dying.
Then release Baldora.
That's not gonna happen either.
Vesperin, you're gonna get
All
us
right.
all killed.
So that takes us on initiative. Vesperin, I'll give you top initiative. I rolled them ahead of time. You're at 43. What do you do as they move towards you? You see 4 Grave Knights. You saw at least a couple more in the room behind you.
Dorf did not sign up for this. He's like, what are you doing?
None of us.
Monica's
I
right there with you,
I'm
like,
not with them.
what the hell
I'm
is
not with
just a
them.
freaking dagger?
It's like jumping in the bags, like asking somebody for a ride, and they stop and like rob a liquor store.
So
I was just trying to get to work, man.
she's gonna look at Rune and just kind of smile and be like we talked about, wizard. And I'm going to. Is there something? Is this an enclosed room?
Yes, it is. There are no windows.
Okay. Then I'm going to. Let me think. If I can throw it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
You could also move towards Sailix and Aghi. I know at least one of them have attack of opportunity, which would be a tactical advantage for you.
No, because
As these
I'm
things
trying
approach.
to. I want to be on the other side. Like, so I'm thinking if I could throw it at, I guess that one to teleport. By like here. Is that doable?
Yeah, if it hits, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I will do that.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh, that is a critical hit.
So let's see. Will it automatically do the crit dice, or wait? I forgot. I need to.
Yeah, it'll apply it automatically.
Okay. Plus bleed. Critical. Plus, do I get double sneak attack because it's a crit? I forget. Or does that automatically?
Yes, it's multiplied. It's
Okay.
multiplied on
Will
a
it
crit.
automatically do that also?
It won't, but I'll just apply it twice.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's all the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will hit it again. Okay. And let me think. Alright, and then I'll do... I guess I'll try the last one too. Because I might as well. Nope. Can I re-roll that?
You can hero point it, yeah.
Yeah, because I do not want to crit miss that. That seems a mistake. Ah! Oh god! Well, that sucks.
This one is the largest of the four, by far. Almost as tall as you, despite being a dwarf, in all this armor. It catches your wrist. You're grabbed, but it doesn't have control of you. Not really. Rune, it's your turn.
Oh, this went bad so fast. Rune will take, let's see, that.
Go with the plan!
And from wall to wall in the throne room, a wall of force separates, cutting it in half.
Excellent. What else do you do?
Yeah, I would go.
You have an action left?
Oh, that's it. Nope, that's all the actions.
Okay. Only that wall. Blankets. The opening. Vesperin is on one side with the dead, and the living and the wraith is on the other. The doors are shut, but that might be to your advantage because you know there are grave knights on the other side. Monica, what do you do?
I'm staying out of this. I don't know what this plan is, and I'm enfeebled and stupefied. I'm not doing anything unless somebody needs me to heal them.
All right. You do hear Haral just staring at the Vesperin, standing. He's holding his hammer. It's quite long. Kill her. No. The first Grave Knight, the one that has Vesperin by the hand, attempts an attack. A slash with a great sword. It's a miss. He has released you so he can attack with both hands. However, a critical hit.
Okay.
Vesperin begins to bleed. Third and final attack is a miss as well. The next Grave Knight, a spearman, tucks over around Baral in a stance to protect him. Makes a stride. Slashes with the spear, or stabs, I should say. A miss as well, but he has another attack. He drops it as he gets closer in order to have a good maneuvering position in front of the king. He attempts to punch you. It misses as well. You're quite agile. But then next, an axe-wielding Grave Knight steps forward. You're feeling surrounded suddenly. With an overhand slash, you bleed. He doesn't let go of his weapon, though. He goes in again. Another hit. Vesperin's heavily wounded. You all see this. Sailix! Oh, I suppose you're not yet ready. One more. Grave Knight steps forward across the pillar in a flanking position. She draws a one-handed sword. All of these weapons, they glow with this frost magic. 34 hits, a stab. One more final attack from this assault as they move in. It is a hit. $26 points of damage. Vesperin, you are still standing. Aghi, what do you do?
So there is a wall.
A wall of force the wizard put up. Yep.
Aghi will run up to Rune, axes in hand. Wizard, what the hell are you doing?
What the Vesperin asked.
Did she fucking ask to die? Put down this wall.
He just looks sorrowfully, clearly weighing.
Oh god.
Aghi, do you do anything else?
If you don't take down this wall, Rune, I will attack you.
You can respond to that that subtle threat from Aghi.
I either listen to you, listen to her. It can't be like that every time.
God damn it, best friend. Aghi will throw an axe. Not at Rune, but at the wall, but she'll let it go as close as she can by his face.
It's just gonna hit the wall.
She's broken a wall of force before.
That's fair.
So yeah.
You're throwing
strike the
these.
wall.
Striking them, okay.
Yeah.
1 action to stride, 2 to attack. I don't think it'll be enough, but you start to chip away at it. Forming the cracks. King Haral steps forward. You see him walking slowly around the throne to reach Vesperin. He lets his hammer drop where it meets the floor and then just lets gravity slowly carry it. There's a loud thud as it bangs on the ground. You feel now his frightful presence. I'd like everybody make a will save when they can. This dark energy emanates out. He reaches out to the Vesperin. When you die, it's released. Any last words?
Come and claim it, you fucking coward.
He pulls up his armored gauntlet, and the maul on the floor rises up and it returns to his hand. He strikes Vesperin with it.
I just want to remind Vesperin of the armor enchantment she has now.
Oh!
Armor enchantment?
The gift Sailix gave her for Crystal Hue. If she's a critical miss, she gets to go invisible.
Oh no, that was a bug. It did not add the bonus. She can go invisible on a hit, not on a critical miss. Like when she takes damage for the lash.
Yeah. So I should have done it before, but this is fine.
The maul strikes Vesperin in the face. 34. It's thundering. So a sonic blast until the pressure from the air finally hits the wall of force. It does stop. But that arrives shortly before Vesperin, as her body smacks straight into the wall of force. Blood spatter covering it. She would have fallen back over to you had it not been for Rune's spell. And in that path, you just see blood and force and the impact where Vesperin's broken body lay between the two rows of grave knights. King Haral slowly walks towards Vesperin's body. Sailix, it is your turn.
Sailix is like immediately where Vesperin's body hit, and he is wailing on the wall.
How about you, Dorf?
So is Vesperin unconscious? Can I tell?
She did.
At best, she's unconscious. She's not moving.
At best, she's unconscious.
There are pieces of flesh
Does she have to be
about the
conscious
floor
to
as you
benefit
move
from
towards her.
like a heal spell?
It would be
I
a
don't
good
know how
idea.
heals work.
You can't get across that wall of force, though. You could ask Rune to
My
take down the wall. Maybe you can... is it target or touch?
It depends on how high a level I cast it.
You'd be able to
I
heal her.
was going to drop a big 7th level heal. And if I use material, somatic, and verbal components, it's a 30-foot emanation, and it targets all living and undead creatures in burst. So that's what I was going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Go ahead. How much does it heal?
Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong button. It does. Where did it go? Where did it go? Can't. I just closed my character sheet. Sorry. Heal does 1d8 hit points, +8,
All right.
I believe.
Now I'll roll it. Rune, you're healed from that emanation.
Why is it so hot in here?
Aghi, restore a bit. That radiation that burst, it comes out, but it seems to have no effect on Vesperin. Herol approaches Vesperin, picks up her body, and dragging it along the wall of force until his face following Vesperin's face is eye level with Rune. This is all I needed. I'm sparing you. All of you. It didn't have to be this way.
I agree, it did. It didn't. It was, I thought you'd be better.
He looks confused now. Irritated. He's looking down at Vesperin. Lay down your weapons, Grave Knights. We're having a discussion.
You probably don't understand. You've killed the Vesperin. There's no discussion that's going to be happening here.
Jen, go ahead and describe what happened.
So basically, there is, a moment ago, Vesperin's face was, caved in and smoking from the Thunderhammer. And when he says there's to be a discussion, you just hear this. If she still had, it is half a laugh and half a cough as blood begins to come out of her mouth, as you can see her face get rebuilt from the blow. I'm blessed by Phrasma. You can kill me all you want, King. But it's not gonna get you what you want.
Thrall, seething, lets go of the Vesperin, and in a rage, he swings his maul, shattering the pillar beside him, and drops the hammer. Looking at his arms, the reverberation of the force, one of his hands is torn up, but he just moves back to the throne, defeated, walking slowly to sit again. The Grave
And
Knights
as
is
you're
just
a man
reformed.
of honor, and you have the honor of kings, I'm gonna take it my friends are safe. Right?
Yeah, they're safe.
Wizard, you can let down the pole.
Rune dismisses the roll.
As it falls, the Grave Knights, they don't pursue any of you. Vesperin looks very different right now. That last of that necromantic magic, bringing her back, carefully reassembling her. We need to talk about Belgora then.
I
King Hero. Rune just looks at Vesperin. I tried to talk with you, and you demanded something, attempted to kill one of us for it. I really thought you might be different, that something was truly wrong, that you, an undead king, had asked us for help, when all you wanted to do is steal.
Sorry.
Not steal. I need to fix this.
Yeah, I got that part. 700 years have passed. That dagger, whatever it was to you, whatever it wants to be to you, 7 centuries means something. You lost it.
No. If she can't be killed, the curse is nowhere near lifted yet. We're in this together. Vesperin, is it?
Aye. And how about we talk about it? What the fuck is on about?
Yeah. She's got the right of it.
I feel like she's kind of just like leaning against Sailix. Like,
So Sailix very poignantly would have caught her when she fell. He would have set her down to not impede his path, like kind of to like off to the left of Rune, in case he has to fuck someone up. She's not in his way.
Yeah.
Come.
He heads down the steps, south on the map, and with a wave of his hand, a door appears as an illusion dissipates. As he opens it, you see it's a balcony overlooking the massive drop to Sagarak below. As he walks out,
As Rune passes by Aghi, he just looks at her. Sorry.
She just shakes her head, walks right past him.
marching order. Who do I expect to arrive on that balcony first?
Likely Rune.
Vesper needs some help. Like, she's still at 3 points.
Did that
Oh,
heal
yeah.
her?
So
yeah, that was 7d8 plus quite a bit. I'm not quite sure how
Right.
this works in Pathfinder.
Yeah, no, that
So
definitely.
yeah, that would be.
Yep. I will
was casting
adjust
that at 7th
accordingly.
level.
Added. You arrive on the balcony. Rune first, and Vesperin, Sailix, and the rest. It's lavish. Anything a dead king could want would be up here, but he doesn't sit. He just leans on the stonework railing, looking down on just a massive city below.
How long has it been, elf?
He says to the Vesperin.
What you mean, Your Majesty?
700 years ago, Pharasma came to me. I couldn't die for what I did, the choice I made. And I take it you're connected to this.
He looks at Balgora.
You can't die either. Eh?
About 6 years now. But she said mine was more of a blessing. Yours seems more of a curse. So how did that come about? And what can we do to stop it?
What do you lot know about the siege of Sagarak?
Vesperin would look at Aghi.
Should have died proper the first time.
Magrum wouldn't have it, it seems. He refused to judge us for what we did, for what I did. You, orc.
He actually gives you a warm smile. You see genuine pain there when he looks at you, though.
What do you know about the true history of the siege?
Well, I know that victories written by the winners. You lot starved. We looted the city. Except when we went into the walls, there was something there. All those bodies piled up, they just started moving.
When Magrum refused to judge us, we had to return. This traces back to a mistake I made. I could fix this in one move. But I can't. Balgora. That name is lost to history. My clan dagger, they say, no. She was everything to me.
She?
Just looks at you.
The orcs. They tested our faith. Told me to renounce our love. And I refused. I did. That started the curse. At any point in the 12 years, I could say I was wrong, say I lied,
But I didn't. I broke tradition. That's when the gods abandoned us. They let me die last. As I rose again, I realized it's not over. It'll never be over. Haral, a wizard himself, he looks at Rune for a moment.
Rune's just been listening.
What would you have me do?
Oh, well. Are you saying that you need Valgora back to spurn it?
I told her to leave. Escape the city. Before the orcs could get her. She fled. And as she did, she couldn't die. The curse had followed her. I lost track of her. She never returned. Fate brought her back.
And how do you feel that her return will break the curse?
The dead are not the only things in Sagarak. You'd know that.
Yeah.
I think I know.
We've met.
I think I know how to break the curse, but you're not ready for that. Not with what lurks below. I've protected Kovlar.
That is what made me interested about this meeting of ours. For centuries, Kovlar sat there, untouched by you. Sagarak acting as a buffer to the deep dark. So what down there can break this curse?
It's cryptic. Magrum,
As all things are.
refused. I haven't the slightest clue what could break it. But I need to eliminate the threat.
Alright.
Aye.
We're good at eliminating threats.
Come. He heads back inside.
Follow.
For those of you who do follow him back in, the doors, the double doors leading into this throne room, they do open. And he heads out, down a hall, and then another. And then another. Suddenly another set of double doors. An old war room. Decrepit like the rest of this place. But a large round table at the center. There is another throne. Fixed to the far end, he does sit. There are chairs if you wish to join. 2 Grave Knights
Rune will stay standing.
in the front corners of the room.
Oh no, I'll sit. This old leg is giving me a bit of trouble.
Sailix,
Vesperin
do you follow
would
into
take
the
his
throne room?
seat.
What'd you say?
Do you follow into this war room?
Yeah.
A grand map of the city of Sagarak and some surrounding regions underground. That's the centerpiece of this massive stone table. You can see everything beyond what you've just explored. And the districts of the city, they're labeled. Before I begin, any questions?
I have a lot of questions, but go ahead.
The orcs had one condition. I refused. They wanted Balgora. Not Balgora the Dagger, but Balgora. I refused to give her up. 12 years. We waited. Behind the walls, then we retreated. To this district.
Points to the noble district.
They starved us out. Slowly. To make us suffer. My second in command, Forge Master Falrock. He begged me, spare one life, so we could be free, so we could live. I refused. And I watched everyone die. They got me last. When they realized Balgora wasn't here. I was flayed alive. But then I rose. I got revenge. We all rose. Falrock never forgave me. He's leading an uprising. Mutiny. A rebellion. The attacks on Kovlar. They're him. And they're getting worse.
He points to the part of the map. You see the image. What looks to be a ghoul of some sort. Small figurine placed, representing his friend.
He stole the crown of Sagarak. He uses it to control them, the starved.
You have no army.
I have the best. But we are few. I have scores, they have thousands.
Monica will look at Sailix and Vesperin and Aghi. Well, you've done this before with a small force.
You see, that's different. We freed slaves. They fought for us in turn.
Sounds to me that we need to take the crown from this guy. Then he can't control the starved. Or whatever they're called.
Most likely he's got thousands of starved around him. Sailix is like intently looking at the map.
Yeah.
You can fly with those things. Yeah.
So far. You know, if you throw the wizard off of a high enough perch, he'll fly too.
Usually, yeah. I prefer not to test it out today, though.
You'll find protection within my walls. I control not Sagarak. Not any longer. But you're safe.
All right.
Here.
All right. Say after our little outburst back in the throne room, we're willing to take this charge and get this crown back. What does that mean next?
He who possesses the crown controls the starved. They starved because of the crown. The mistake I made.
Uh-huh. So this is one half of the puzzle.
What
You
happens
mentioned
if the
something
crown
about
is
a problem
destroyed?
underneath.
Can the crown be destroyed?
That I do not know. Destroying the crown will not destroy the starved. The threat from below. If we can rebuild the walls, we can contain it.
Is there no way to grant you rest? You and your kingdom.
Rest is not what we need now. We need to save the living. Then we'll worry about the dead.
Fair enough.
Alright, hear me out. We steal the crown and we use the starved to build the walls.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Can you help my two
Hand
friends
shakes the other.
have been affected by something?
I see. A foulness spreading. You.
He nods at Modica, Sailix, and Waldorff.
You're not to let it spread.
Say that again?
Cursed magic.
So there's no way to remove it.
That's great.
It permeates with magic. I know a way.
Right? To start.
Spells, incantations. It's how this epidemic spreads. It could take out entire cities if you let it. Sever the spread. Alchemically. It won't spread that way. And you'll be cured.
I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. If I cast spells here, the curse, this thing will spread?
No, if I were to cast a spell, it would spread. Those who are already afflicted.
Those of the divine nature.
He nods.
Oh, interesting.
Well, fuck, I'm
Good to know.
about 75% divine at this point.
Well, I guess I need to go get my cauldron.
You need to
That's my,
rest.
Heal spell.
Yeah, resting would be nice.
I can escort you back to Kovlar.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. That'd probably be good.
How can we trust you? You killed one of our own and let your entire city starve for one person. Now you want us to help you.
Vesperin would look
I've
at
had
Aghi.
more.
We can trust him because at this point, we're his hope and he needs us. Isn't that right?
I mean, do we have much of a choice?
Seems not. But there does seem to be
I don't think
another
it's much about
side.
trust. I think it's much about necessity at this point in time.
What brought you to Sagarak? Then
He scans the room.
A dying child.
He does look at the wizard.
No, yeah. Sailix has the right of it. A dying child. They didn't quite know they were dying at the time, but yeah.
this curse. It is connected with the Vesperin.
He has a bit of a smile at the name. In Dwarven, it means wasp.
We're tied in this. It seems neither of us are dying until this is through.
Pharasma's got a really funny sense of humor, doesn't she?
All right. Can you get us back to Kovlar?
Aye.
We'll figure out what we do from there.
tread lightly.
Fair enough.
I will be around.
All right. What should we tell the people of Kovlar when they keep asking about Belgora?
Whatever you wish.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Good to know.
He looks at Aghi.
Reminds me of you.
Thrall says.
Aghi just looks confused.
Vesperin would look at Rune and be like, Valgora is in the box that I gave to Sailix that he put away for safekeeping.
Doesn't matter. They're going to keep asking about that bloody dagger.
Yeah, but I dropped it in the Expanse.
There's that, I guess. Go
I didn't
then,
know it was
if
a
you don't
fake.
mind.
He'll get up to see you out. Surely he's just heading towards his throne, though.
Aye. You know where to find me.
Yeah. Yeah. We do. I'm sure.
I have eyes.
well,
In the
that's for
city.
sure.
My whispers. If it's information you need, I'll be there. I have knights. 90 in all.
You know anything about the Triad? We've heard some rumors that they've been up and about. Seems like curses and things looking in the dark are right up their alley.
Skymen. Newcomers that came from above. They came to speak. With my old friend. Falrock. That is all I know.
Seems par for the course. Come in, make friends with the usurper. Why would they be down here?
They're
Nothing
looking
but
for the
dead down
crown. I can guarantee you they're going to go after the crown
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't you?
they can
and then leave
control
with an
a
army.
whole
So yeah,
army that can't be
Harold,
killed.
if someone had the crown, could they leave Sagarak with the starved?
The starved, they follow the orders of the crown.
Can the crown leave Sagarak? Or is it bound to this place?
These broken creatures. Without orders. It's much, much worse.
No, I get that. I can only imagine. The question is, if some other party was to get the crown and walk out of here, could they drag the thousands of starved, undead soldiers with them?
Perhaps.
Well,
I don't see why not.
That's a problem.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah,
That's
so, okay. I can get 5 of you back to Kovlar right now.
I can wait here.
Oh, that's
I
not.
gotta
No,
rest up.
you're.
Oh,
Nope.
Hmm?
Nope. You're going.
What?
I'll stay.
I
No,
gotta
my people.
rest.
Yeah, no, and you're gonna rest back
But
Kovlar.
I'm a dwarf. It's my way. I'm used to it down here.
No, I get that, Dorf, but I made a promise to my sister, so you have to go someplace safe too. So you're a given. Really, I think the only not givens are myself. Sailix gotta go because we gotta get him fixed up. Marika's gotta go because we gotta get her fixed up. So myself and Aghi. So yeah, Aghi might
listen.
actually
I'll
murder
stay
everyone
then.
here.
Time out. Hang on. So I should not go back to Kovlar unless I got that bloody box with me. So again, I can stay. You can pop back there. Then get the box, bring it back, and it'll be fine.
I can put you in a room so you'll never have to see any of the Kovlar guards. And you can grab the box whenever you like. So there's no excuses here, Vesperin. You already fucked me over once today. I'd rather not have it twice over.
What are you talking
If
about?
the wasp,
It worked out.
if the wasp would stay, she shall.
I will allow the Wasp and her compatriots to determine if that is actually going to happen or not.
I mean, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay with the Vesperin. She's the one that got me here, if you know what I mean. I don't really know the rest of you. No offense, but she says, I think I'd like to stay too.
I will send 5 of my own men, should she wish to return to Kovlar. 10 a score, you name it.
I also know how to get
I'm not
back.
going to have this
Like,
argument.
of all of us, I'm the one who's actually made the trip here and there. So,
I'm not going to have this argument. At this point, I don't give a shit. Somebody make the fucking decision.
Rune, just leave her.
Vesperin would look at
These are the
Aghi
things we need to do.
and just be like, say something to her quietly, just like, listen, I'll be okay. I need you to see that he gets better, but I'll be back as soon as I can.
Sounds good. Let's not make any more promises, okay?
Hey, I keep my promises, yeah?
In a sense. I'll make sure Sailix gets better.
I know
You
you
don't
will.
take any side quests.
I'm not! I'm gonna stay right here, and we're gonna have us a chat, and I'm gonna learn more, and it's gonna be great. But seriously, you could find that box at some point. That would be real great. And, you know, make things a bit easier when I do get back to Kovlar.
I hope that idiot didn't really throw it in the expanse.
I really hope so, too. If only because if it actually had Belgora in it, I would want it back. And it does have my bird in it, and I do want that back. Because I do really like that thing. So, you know.
Rune, do you prepare the spell?
Yeah, quickly he'll look at Dorf. Listen, I would still love to have a talk with you. Good dwarf. Good dwarf. Waldorff. Whatever you want to be called.
At this point, I'll answer to whatever, lad.
So you sure you don't want to go with us? You're going to stay here.
Hey?
It's okay, Dorf. You know, they're good people. And, you know, you can see Poppy again. She's not far.
You sure you'll be alright on your own?
Oh, that's not true. She's back home. But I can get you there if you want.
Alright, well, if you insist. And he, like, looks at Vesperin for a minute, like, gives her, like, a long look up and down. And just kind of, like,
She
nods.
kind of does, like, a, you know, like, it'll be fine, probably.
Well, you know, I haven't had much say in my own life lately. So what's one more being told what to do? And he just, like, turns around and stumps over to the group.
I mean, if you really want to, I won't say no, but it's just, you know.
On all that is holy, if we could speed this up, I got shit to do.
So Dorf is going with the group.
Rune will place his staff on the ground. It just sort of stands upright on its own while he begins casting. If everyone would please touch the wizard staff.
I hope you mean the one in your hand.
Actually, no, the one floating in front of me.
Yeah, because Sailix very pointy looks at the room. He's like, he's not got that staff in his hand anymore.
Vesperin would, like, take Sailix's hand for a second and just sort of look into his eyes. Come back to me, okay?
And he'll just kind of, he'll give her a sidelong glance of like, yeah, we both gotta focus, and grab the staff.
And some moments later, Aghi, Monica, Rune, Sailix, and Waldorff are back to Rune's room at the inn, which name I forgot.
Sleep like a stone,
Yeah.
as they would
I'll
call it.
never get used to that.
Yeah.
Traveling without moving always turns my stomach.
So who's still left at the Hanging Palace?
I think it's just the Vesperin.
All right. Oral would speak with her. But we'll get back to that. In the tavern. What do you guys do?
Could I get a description of the tavern, please?
Yeah, I actually have a map.
It's a dusty bar with some
My first time
stools,
in the-
rocks everywhere.
Painfully accurate.
Typical dwarven bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's like a stone.
The bar's pretty legit.
Few structures in Kovlar resemble that of human make, largely because humanoid architecture above ground is designed to handle things like weather. You don't have such a thing underground, so most of the time you look at flat rooftops, all stonework, because wood is hard to find. Sleep Like a Stone is different. It's in the Traveler's Quarter, so it is for outsiders.
The
to
name
visit
of
and
the
have
inn
some
is Sleep
sort of-
Like a Stone.
Yeah, and it
That's
actually has a
beautiful.
nickname among locals called Sleep by the Anvil, it alluding to the tendency for the dwarves staying in the rooms to snore unbearably loud. And for that very reason, they actually sell fungus-based malleable earplugs of sorts to help people sleep. But after a 20-hour forge day, honestly, you tend to sleep fine
Nah.
in a place like
I
this.
don't
At least
need
you guys have as you've been
Except from
staying
the
here.
Ellen, but-
Dorf, this is your
Sky
first time
folks.
officially back in town. As you arrive in
Dorf
this room,
is doing the like wide-eyed tourist in New York thing, like kind of like just looking at everything like he's seeing it for the first time, and like you just see like a little misty tear form in the corner of his eye, and he kind of you see him kind of like look behind him, like he's almost looking to expecting to see Vesperin there because she's the one that kind of pulled him out. And he gets a little sad for a second.
yeah. Well, officially, you've been missing for about a month now. Showing your face around here, this isn't a huge city. It wouldn't take long before people start wondering why you suddenly appeared. Not even visiting the wall. So, what do you do as you arrive?
I would be keeping a low profile. Definitely try to stay, hood drawn up, hard to spot. Try to blend in with the group because I don't know what the hell is going on and don't want to start something off that is going to throw a wrench in everything.
Yeah.
Trying not to be noticed by the barkeep, trying not to be noticed by the people on the street, trying to just stay in the group and stay nondescript.
Right. Of course. Downstairs, beyond your room, Rune. It's rowdy. Crowdy. But not a lot of humans or other folk, just dwarves. It's not really tourist season in Kovlar, especially with things being the way that they are lately. The roads are dangerous. Sagarak north of Kovlar is especially dangerous lately, for reasons that you start to understand a little bit better now. What do you do, wizard?
Well, to be honest, he goes and grabs a drink at the bar.
All right. Aghi.
After a very quick one of those, he will be taking Monica and Sailix to the Guild of Spells.
You notice making your way along.
Happily dragging Aghi and Dorf along with them if they are so inclined, which I suspect at least Aghi is.
Dorf
sure
is
about that.
along for the ride. He's like, don't leave me behind.
That was Augie's plan. Not even a drink. She just was going to go to the Archmage.
While Rune is having a drink, Sailix goes to check on his son, who he has left here for a few hours.
All right. Varys is doing basically the only thing he's been doing since he got here, which is reading a book in bed. It's a book about tarot, which is semi-ancient fortune-telling cards. He's interested in the cards, not the fortune, but greets you with a smile as you enter.
Khalilin? I hope your day's been better than mine.
Oh, it's been quite boring, actually. What of yours then?
Would you like to trade? I've been cursed.
Yeah, I'll just take the legs then. Do I get the wings as well?
By all means. Oh, they're so heavy. Be good for your back muscles.
Well, I'll tell you, what you've left here has not been good for my back muscles. Very few muscles I can even feel these days. And you curse the ones I can. How long are we here?
When do you want to leave? That's a weird part. I don't. They're quite nice here, and I'd hate to hear news of this place after I've left. Great, then we'll stay as long as you want. We'll make sure that when we get you mobile, it's able to traverse all the rocks. If you want, I'll take that item I left with you.
That would be quite nice, actually.
Sailix will go over and...
Yeah, he shifts to hand it to you. It's the box.
Laying him back down, he'll make sure he fluffs his pillow and everything, and moves anything that was around him closer. Dad stuff.
Yeah. I'm approaching a century, Father. I'm fine. Really.
Approaching. You're not quite there yet. So.
Well, that thing wouldn't stop stirring. Drove me crazy. The box, it's over a foot long, less than a foot wide, about 4 inches thick, and it rattles. Do you open it, Sailix?
He does not. He just kind of throws his cloak over it and whispers to the inside. He's like, "No, it's just you in there, you stupid fucking bird. So why don't you stop making the noise and make this easier on all of us?" And then he will.
There's a knock at the door, but we'll get back to that. Rune. You're gathering up your friends to aid them, yeah?
Yeah, to Sailix, big ones being Sailix and Monica. Because they're the ones that need the help.
Sailix, do you open the door?
Yeah, he makes sure he stows the box real quick. Before opening the door.
Yeah, your wizard's on the other side. Rune, go ahead.
Let's go get you fixed up, Sailix.
Right. Sailix would look at Varys and be like, I'll be back later. Pick up his cloak cloak-covered box and head on out after Rune.
At which point, it's a fairly brisk pace to the Guild of Spells.
Yeah. Not too bad. As you arrive, the tired apprentice mage at the front counter. He knows you. He can see you coming from 100 feet away by now, Rune. And he steps, he places his hand on a rune stone. The table, you hear a wispy sound of abjuration magic just pulling in. That means the door upstairs has been unlocked. It loosens, it opens, but not all the way. That's your invitation to speak to Archmage Romgar, now Reuven.
Looking at the gent behind the counter, so to speak. Would you be able to summon one of your best alchemists by chance?
Yeah. Right away.
Thank you.
Head down the stairs.
And Rune will take himself and his compatriots up to the Archmage.
All right. Aghi, where are you for this? Did you go with?
Yeah, she's been a step behind Rune and was probably trying to get him to hurry on with his drink so that they could do this.
The drink was really just a shot.
Yeah, take it faster.
Well, speaking of vices,
It's a full tankard, but he takes it like a shot.
Aye, alright. What have you done now? The gem's gotten any worse?
That's a much longer answer. The short version is, as he gestures to Modica and Sailix, these two have been cursed, and the solution must be alchemical in nature.
Ah. Right. Pull your hood down, boy.
he's looking at you, Dwarf, as you cover your identity.
He takes the hood down and just kind of looks up and meets his eyes.
Without turning his head, he looks at Rune with a wide-eyed glare.
Rune just
Suspiciously.
looks at Dwarf and
You. Where did you find him?
you.
Should I not be asking?
I will tell you. I will give you any answer you want after we fix my friends.
He looks at Dwarf.
Right, I'll examine him first. In private. Take this.
He hands. So he was carrying a box. You know it to be the leather-bound. It's not quite alchemy, but assorted narcotics. He hands it to Aghi as she's closest. And I need you to make a will save when this happens.
Sailix is very poignantly staring. Probably half a foot away. Face is just like, what you doing there?
I don't know yet. Not good. Trembling.
You have a hero point.
It's true. but I'm afraid that I might need it later. No,
use
go
it.
ahead, Ian. What happened? Oh, fine. It's getting worse, though. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's much worse.
All right.
God.
Aghi, at any point, if you wish, you can take a drug to remove the stupefied 3 condition. You realize you haven't been clean very long, and this thing just has everything. Yeah, things you forgot existed, and yeah, but you know, Sailix is looking at you while this happens.
Hopefully he's not very perceptive as she slips one of the vials into her pocket.
Yeah, no, I was like staring directly at you.
He's like, yeah, on my face. Her hands are doing something else.
All right. I mean, I don't know what kind of roll that would be. Do you just make a perception roll?
Yeah, versus a deception DC, which I already have determined. Quite interesting.
Don't forget, I believe you're cursed, so there's negatives involved.
Yeah, that beats any amount of penalty to stack. If there's a lie, you're spotting it right away.
Sailix grabs her wrist very tightly and yanks it from her pocket, like, violently.
She will try to yank it back.
Oh, he doesn't
Like,
let it
she
go.
will actually... Yeah, you just, like, feel the pressure of her just, like, trying to pull it back to herself.
Is this what we're doing now?
I can't. Not right. No. It was bad.
Rune just watches the exchange.
She'll punch you
Oh,
with her free hand. I rolled a 1. I'm just going where it.
All right.
what do you do, Sailix? That's an attack of opportunity,
He's going-
by the way, if you wish to punch us back.
He's going to pin her into a grapple.
Oh, athletics check versus fortitude DC.
Ooh. Do I need to roll my fortitude? Or you got it?
No, your fortitude save is...
21. You pass.
No, you passed. Your fortitude DC is 31. You're not grabbed. But the calamity, the violence, it tops over a piece of apothecary glass. It shatters. It's quite a din, but he doesn't have you. And just about after that, Bromgar returns with Waldorff, looking at you.
Rune gets in between the Sailix and Aghi. What was that?
Not.
That's 2 years down the drain is what that is.
You think 2 years is how long I've been? Oh, that. Yeah, 2 years.
How long you've been what?
Nothing.
Sober, Rune.
That's-
How long she's been sober? If we're dredging up the past and laughing in my face about all the things I've done to try and help you,
Well, not here for me, are we? She'll look towards
Did you
the
take something,
Archmage.
Aghi?
Not yet.
Monica will go up to the Archmage and while they deal with this, let's... I don't want to be here right now. I don't think you do either.
He just looks at all of you suspiciously.
Archmage, if you wouldn't mind helping my two friends, please. It's been a long day, and it's only getting longer.
He has a potion in one hand and two in the other. Just lays them on the counter. Drink this.
Thank you. Blah, blah, blah.
He looks at the angel.
Sailix, take your medicine.
He'll take it back like a shot. If it's bigger than a shot, it'll make it looks like he's shotgunning the fucking medicine.
And he's still just staring at Rune. Look.
All right, here's the long story. We met our way to Sagarak. We met with King Haral. It was a very crazy moment. There are bad things going on over there, and we're trying to figure out what to do next.
The key bit of information is that what is left of King Haral is still cognizant, is doing his best, he says, to protect Kovlar as he can, but he's asking for our help to root out some corruption. So, that's what we know.
Did you get what you wanted out of Dorf?
This will cure your ailments. Each of you. He's a bit of a stubborn one. Take a bit more.
Dorf is.
I'll work with him. It's Dwarven blood, it's different. Yeah, I'll work with him. You best be on your way.
Is Dorf staying here?
I
Notice
he does
Can
look
we chat with him? Real
sickly.
quick?
His constitution is weak. He's on a cane still, as he's been the entire time.
Just Dorf glowers at him. He's like,
I'll be
sickly.
I'll be right outside.
I mean,
Yeah, thank you.
He steps out to let you speak, but you're still in the room with Aghi, Monica, Sailix. Monica, you can leave if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep like a stone, and I'm gonna start making some healing potions and restoration potions with my cauldron. I'll catch you all later. Bye.
Right.
Aghi tries to leave after Monica.
If you
Yeah,
come
Aghi.
with me, you're handing over that bag.
I'm not. Nope.
Then you stay here with your father and deal with it.
All right. Dorf, what's going on here? Why was the Archmage so interested in you?
well, he said that first dose didn't take it out of me. It was permanent, I think he said.
Take what out of you?
It was the whatever got into the other two. Whenever
I see.
when I cast that healing spell, it got into me too.
It hit you too. Damn it.
And the first dose, that first one, it must have not been strong enough. It didn't take. I'm still feeling the effects.
We be all right here?
Oh, I mean, you've taken me out of a very dark place and brought me back to my people. For that, I will be forever grateful. I think I'll be all right here. Just don't forget about me, you know.
Oh no, of course not. Did Poppy tell you where we were from?
I haven't spoken to Pop in an owlbear's age. It's been
All right.
years.
All right. You work with the Archmage.
Thought I'd never hear that name. I thought I'd never hear that name again. Hey, I will. Thank you.
He'll then look at Sailix and Aghi. All right. Now I did you both wrong today, and I did that at the behest of the Vesperin. So if you want to take your licks at me, go right ahead.
Yeah, she's good at making plans and not letting everyone else know.
Yeah,
we'd be the one
it's a
to
general
know
rule.
about
I
that.
will not go into plans with her again. I'm tired of not knowing.
It's probably for the best, really. She generally has her reasons on why she does things alone, but you know,
Well, she
communication is her strong suit.
I distinctly remember at one point her threatened to kill me if I continue to do the same thing, so I'm just gonna not help her for now.
Like I said, communication.
Yeah. Now, the two of you, speaking of communication, Aghi, do you have drugs on you?
Yeah.
You holding?
Can I have it? Please.
I mean, she will reach into her pocket and not take her hand out. Tell like she's like fighting with herself of whether to hand this over or not.
All right, listen.
But yes, she has.
I know we don't get along. I know you're not a fan of mine. But to be fair, whatever you were, you've become so much better than that. I don't know if not taking these things has been a part of it. I don't know if your time with Sailix has been a part of it. All I know is whatever these things do for you, probably not what you need. So I will get out of your face and not bother you if you just give me the drugs. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a wizard in front of you for all your days. And I'm pretty sure you don't want that. I'm willing to roleplay this out if she doesn't want to hand it over. That's fine.
No, it takes her a moment. She stands there staring at the ground, and then you just sort of see this complete well of shame just overtake her features. Not able to look up at Sailix anymore. And she'll pull her hand out of her pocket and toss 2 vials over at you. One is the one she took, one is not.
Have you been holding out, Aghi?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to keep my promise and not stay in your face. And let you and Sailix do whatever talking you want. But, if you ever need my help, I will do what I can for you. And with that, he just turns. I'm going to be back at the inn, trying to parse through what the Vesperin told me on our way to the castle. and getting ready to go get her from the castle tomorrow.
Sailix will stop Rune and he will hand him the box. It's like, it won't stop rattling. Maybe you can put it somewhere that's better hidden than under a cloak.
He smiles. I got just the place. What are you going to do?
He'll look to Aghi and just kind of nod. He's like, I'm going to do the best I can.
All right. You know where to find me. He'll head to the door with one last look at Aghi. You're not holding out anymore, are you? Was this all of it?
Yeah.
Is she lying?
Yeah. Aghi can lie. Sam cannot.
Aghi can't lie either. But Aghi says yes.
Rune is going to give her a squinty-eyed look with an insight check of sorts to see if she's truly lying or not.
She seems nervous.
Aghi.
But again, still can't look at Sailix. The ones on me you have, I'll have to get the rest.
Have you taken any recently?
It's been a couple hours.
He goes back and just puts a hand on her shoulder. All right. And he leaves.
Dorf, you've headed back, likely out running the errands you were running before you went unmissing, I imagine. Or are you still with the party?
I think I would have stuck with the party, actually, as best I could. Or wait, no, I thought I was still at the alchemist. Wasn't I being?
Yeah, and
worked on?
Rune is headed back to the inn. So you'll stay behind at the alchemist then.
Yeah. Doctor me, man. Get me fixed up.
Right.
At least for the time being.
Right. Rune, as you return to the
He
inn.
made a pit stop on the way
Oh, and where's that?
to pick up the device. We're
Right,
making a
of
pit
course.
stop at Varus. Yeah.
Yeah. Sailix, where did you go after your trip? You're cured now, it seems. Do you feel stronger?
He's with Aghi still.
Yeah.
I take it like after Rune and everybody left, it's just kind of Aghi looking at the floor and Sailix just staring right at her.
Yeah. You can make a perception check about Aghi. pretty one. What would Sailix notice about Aghi?
Aghi had just told Rune that it's been a couple of hours. So he'd probably start noticing those familiar tics that she used to have. Her hands with that slight tremor, her face just twitching slightly. But you could tell she's trying to hold it back so that he doesn't see, but it kind of just like makes it worse.
Sailix won't say anything. He'll just go up to her and he'll throw his cloak around her shoulders, grab her hand and be like, "Come on, you're sleeping in my room tonight."
Yeah, she doesn't say anything. Still not able to look at him. But she'll go.
All right. On the way to the room, like once Sailix gets in the bar, he will ask the barkeep if he could get like a bucket of water and some rags, and then an empty bucket.
When you arrive back, then the two of you head back to the tavern. Sleep like a stone, yeah?
Yeah.
Rune's already there. You see him headed to Varys' room.
He's pushing something.
Yeah. Sailix, Aghi, you can follow him if you'd like.
How does Aghi look at right now? Like, does she look like she's about to go into like the worst part of it?
Not yet.
She's fine right now. She's in a good spot right now.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here, you imagine.
Sailix has been through this with her before, so he'll just make sure he's close by, like always within distance, to be able to have his like wing stretched out around her if need be. But he'll make sure that he doesn't leave her. But he would try to follow Rune, like, "Hey, what the hell you got there?"
Rune's already opening the door. Varys is on the other side.
Hey, Varys.
Hello. Ravenswood.
So, today's been a pretty shitty day all around. I figured I'd at least do my best to bring maybe a smile to somebody. I suspect you're tired of sitting in that bed.
It's been quite some time. Describe what he's looking at.
So, as Rune enters the room, he pushes in, for lack of a better description, a fairly intricate wheelchair. The wheels, the spokes of the wheels all are thick, banded metal, inlaid with arcane symbols across them. The seat in and of itself seems to be very plush and comfortable, almost antithetical to the dwarven furnishings throughout most of the city. Clearly a requirement of Rune's in the design. The arms have strips of leather on them, making them easy to grip. There are several small levers adorned on either side of the armrests, and the back of the chair rises up to about his, just below the top of his head, and there's a little headrest on there. It's very clear that the chair in and of itself can lie flat if if he so chooses, or sit upright. Yeah, that's the gist of it.
I would much like to use this now.
Oh yes, of course. I mean, it's yours, so you can use it all you want. He rolls it over. If you just press on the closest lever to you, there'll be something there to help you get into the seat.
He shall help me. Points to Sailix.
Oh, or that, yeah.
Yeah. Sailix will walk over and kind of scoop him up and place him in the chair.
With shaky hands, he tests it to ensure that it works. You notice...
Just a quick little tutorial. You'll probably want to learn most of it all on your own. But yes, the lever closest to you, if you're not in the chair itself, will summon an unseen servant to help get you into the chair if you find yourself out of it. As far as I know, the chair should right itself in most situations. So if it ever topples over or what have you, the chair will right back up. As he points to a few of the levers, this lever here will help you get up stairs. Suffice it to say, you're effectively levitating or levitating upstairs, but it keeps to the ground fairly well. This one here is a brake, so if you're ever going particularly fast, the wheels should never rust, so you shouldn't have any problem there. The seat can lie flat, so you can just fall asleep like a normal person who's in a bed. Bed should be pretty comfortable. The chair always stays warm or cold depending on the weather. You shouldn't feel the extremes of anything for the most part. I have some additional enchantments that I'll be able to get on there a little bit later, but I figured at the very least that would get you out and about so you're not stuck in here for like another month.
You notice the tears welling up in his eyes as a weak grip starts to feel this thing out, testing its durability gently. His atrophied muscles. I don't think I can repay you.
Oh no. That's that wasn't even in the cards, mate.
I'd much like to take a stroll, finally see what's outside those windows.
Rune just gets out of his way.
As you head towards the doorway, he sees a Vesperin on the other side.
Well, look at you then.
He's smiling like a kid. Sailix, would you help me? Muted.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I'll await you. We have much to discuss, Vesperin, but I must be off. I apologize. And he'll just stroll out towards the stairs. There's no ramp, so he will just wait outside of the room. Rune took this opportunity to head off, leaving Sailix, Vesperin. I think Aghi?
Yes. Sailix wouldn't have let her out of his sight.
Right. Go ahead.
Aghi is gone. No.
Sailix
So
will walk up to...
Vesperin looks...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was going to say,
Okay.
Vesperin looks healed up from where she was by a lot, and, but obviously, like, she walked here, so she's a little tired. But, very happy to be here and not in the Undead Palace. That was, who died?
Sailix will just kind of walk up and how he usually just grabs her hand when he sees her. This time he places something in it. Like there's a glass vial that's in his hand. And he kind of closes her fingers around it. And he looks at her and he's like, Aghi had this. She's gonna stay in my room tonight. Our room. There's buckets, towels, and water coming up now.
So
I'm not gonna trample on Varys' happiness, so I'll be back. He'll wait before he leaves.
Yeah. She would look at him and smile and just be like, so what's important now is that she knows that just because you color outside the lines for a second, it don't mean you fucked up the paint, okay? Because otherwise there's no reason to stay inside them. You know what I'm saying?
Sailix has very pointedly been very non-judgy, and when he said that to Vesperin, he said it very lowly, like he's not trying to cast judgment on her or anything, he's just letting her know what's going on.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
yeah. So she'd just be like, go be with him. I can handle it here.
I'll be back. And
you better. It's been 2 weeks.
He's like, it's about to be 2 weeks and 1 day. As Sailix walks down the stairs to be with his son. Chat, this is my dumpster family.
As you head out, Varys is already down the stairs. A door opens. He actually exits. You see a door just opens and he strolls out and it shuts behind him. He didn't wait for you, but instead he starts to stroll down the street of this underground city. Rune is gone as well.
Oh, Pharasma's tits. Why does everybody just keep running off?
Notice there's people staring at you from down below.
Sailix starts hustling down the stairs. Is it anybody of note staring at him?
No, but there's a guard. Clad in armor. A red beard.
Right.
Hello there.
What can I do for you?
I didn't mean to stare. We just heard troubling news. Kelda. Halrig. Killed. Did you believe it?
The forge. Look, I'm sorry to smile in a face of a shitty situation, but I have to take time to rejoice. My son he's mobile again, and I cannot spare any ill feelings to dampen his mood.
He'll down the rest of his mug. Hey. He'll wink at you and just head out. He'll glance at you again before he leaves. Monica, where are you working right now?
In my room. I saw the barkeep. I got a plate of food, and when he asked about Kelda, I immediately started to tear up and was like, "Thanks, I'm not ready," and went to my room.
The bartender looks concerned. But Sailix, do you head out as well to Varys?
Yeah.
All right. At least Aghi and Vesperin. Vesperin, it's pretty clear with Aghi what's happened, I imagine.
So, she would flip the vial in, just again, like, it is there and it is not there, because sleight of hand. And she just sit down beside Aghi and sort of like offer her lap as a space if she wants it. But, again, just kind of like very nonchalant, no expectation, and just kind of look at her and be like, "You want to talk about it?"
So to talk about V, I fucked up.
I mean, all of us fuck up, yeah? But you fall down, you get back up. You get back up, that's fine.
Maybe now's not the best time to be sick. Maybe we could wait. Maybe there will be a better time later. I mean, we have an undead king to figure out. So, yeah, let's wait.
We're best friends now. We're best friends now. We've got plenty of time. We'll wait. We had a bit of a chat. Kind of understand each other. Plenty of time. What made you think it was that you needed that extra edge? Was it?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Because I know that I probably should have told you about the idea with the wall.
No shit. God, I fucking kill that lizard.
Please don't, because here's the thing of it, and I kind of talked to you about it, but, with the release thing, it seemed to be clear to me that, it had to be willingly done. And again, the thing of it was, I needed him to promise that he would keep you lot alive. And I needed him to understand that he wasn't gonna get what he wanted with violence. Because, again, you make the point that you can't fucking die. The only leverage it's got is to go after you guys. And that's something I didn't want to see. So yeah, it was a risk, but it had to be genuine, and I couldn't do what I needed to do if I also had to worry about all of you getting it on my behalf.
You should go talk to the wizard.
We can talk to him on the morrow, you know, after you've had a bit of water. But I just, again, I don't want you to think that, that it's not because I trust you or any of that, because it's not. And again, I couldn't do any of what, I trust you, with my heart right now, because I knew you'd do right by him too, and it's a big responsibility, but
Yeah, Aghi will sit there and then just sort of like let her head rest on Vespa's shoulder. You know, she's not one for sentimental and talking, so she'll just sit there. Guess waiting's a no.
you're gonna be okay, you know that? You're the strongest one of us all.
Yeah. Yeah. You're pretty good at lying, Vespa. Let's go.
What the fuck? Just because you can't take a bloody fucking compliment!
We'll fade with that. Rune, there was a knock at the door, and you opened it, yeah?
Yeah, Rune opens, and the person
In
on the other side of the
Dwarf
door, expecting to see a standard room at an inn, instead sees a fairly large farm home.
On the other side, it's Dorf. Looks like he was searching for you, just trying to track you down. Obviously, somebody had just pointed towards this door. Waldorff, you notice right away it's magical, but that's par for the course for Rune. Go ahead.
Oh,
You gotta come inside, friend.
we don't have time. It's the Regents. They've called a special meeting. Now, I don't know what it's all about, but I know I heard your name spoken. You might want to get down there and find out what they're saying, because it didn't sound good.
Where are they meeting?
The House of Oaths.
All right, let's go.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. But it didn't sound good at all. There was a lot of yelling.
That's all right.
A lot of mentions of outsiders, and I thought I should come straight away and find you and tell you.
I appreciate it, Dor. Thank you. A good ally.
Do you mind walking a little
You don't
slower
have to
with
be
those
there for
long
the
legs of yours? No, I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it. You're the ones that got me out. I mean, I owe it to you to be there for you, at least. You've got to have at least one
I
dwarf on your
appreciate
side, right?
Fair. I hope they like you better than me.
Not likely. But, I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah, always is.
Either shortly before
Barging on this
or
region.
shortly. Shortly before or shortly after, Dorf, you knock on Monica's door. Monica, do you answer?
Open the door. Yeah. Eyes are a little red rimmed, and she's cleaning chalk off her hands. Dorf, hi. What can I do for you?
Well, is Rune still, like, behind me or with me? Or were we walking together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't leave without you.
Yeah, Monica would see Rune there too, and he'd give her kind of a similar speech. You might want to take one of those stiff drinks there, lass. It looks like the dung has hit the fan, so to speak.
All right.
Kind of fill her in that. Yeah, it seems like the regents have been shouting about you lot, and I thought it might be best if we all went down to see what that was all about. It's not right for you not to be able to defend yourselves.
I look poignantly at Rune. Before we go, how much are we willing to tell them?
I feel we need to play that by ear, but be cautious.
You know, it might be good to fill me in a bit, so I can. I mean,
The short of it is,
I've been here a while, and
The short of it is, someone
Yeah.
attempted to kill one of the regents. Well, they thought they succeeded.
aye. Wait.
that's why I say one of the regents is
succeed.
dead. As far as anyone knows. Something to do with
You mean
weak
Kelda?
product.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they've blamed you. Oh, that would make sense if they've blamed you lot for that.
You see Monica like turn her way and wipe her face again. Yeah.
He digs in a pocket for a minute and comes out with a very surprisingly clean handkerchief. It does have some, like, a couple of soot marks on it, but for the most part, it's largely clean. And so he hands it over to you and kind of does a here.
Thank
here,
you.
love. Dry your eyes.
Rune just sort of
It's best to look strong before
lightly,
the
but-
council.
Rune lightly, but I don't want to say lightly, but quietly, but a little forcefully, just hammers his staff into the ground and grips it just under his breath. Damn it, Vesperin. Let's go get this conversation over with.
Right.
What about the rest? The rest of your companions? They should be there too.
Yeah, sure.
They
Why
are
not?
occupied.
They are occupied.
I mean, strength in
But
numbers.
if we went there
I mean,
without them, they would be frustrated.
Or blamed. We can't have that.
they-
Also true. Rune will
best
look
to
at
face these things all together.
Corvus. Corvus, would you do me a favor and go find our compatriots? Tell them to meet us at, what would you say it was? The House of Regents or
House of Oaths.
House of Oaths.
House of Oaths? And he sends Corvus off to go find his friends.
Corvus doesn't
You
have to come
seem
far.
a bit.
Vesperin. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Please. I was going to say something.
Corvus doesn't have to go far to reach Vesperin and Aghi, but before Corvus does reach Vesperin and Aghi, someone else does. Corvus, you see this as you make your way over, materializing in the air between the two of them. It's that wraith again. And he looks at the raven.
What are you doing here?
I'm securing an important relationship.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on then?
Between who?
The Vesperin is of great importance to King Haral.
Oh, I can only imagine. That's fantastic. Does this mean you're going to be floating around this city?
I shall visit as I see fit.
Okay.
Right then.
Did you have anything specific you want to bring up, or just floating by, say hi?
I will be around. My name, Aelin. Call to me if you wish to speak. To commune with the king. He does not sleep. You'll find him quite available.
Yes, that's
Vesperin,
creepy.
She speaks to Harel on behalf of the Unforgotten. For she's rekindled something new. And he fades.
Yeah. You haven't forgotten about to be framed for murder.
Vesperin looks kind of stunned for a second, but then kind of squints at the bird. Fuck are you on about then?
You haven't forgotten about to be framed for murder. Go to the House of Oaths.
What?
As the bird takes off to go find Sailix.
The fuck?
Oh, that dwarf. Shit.
What? What?
No, the thing you did.
But I did
No.
did not.
But God, they're gonna eat us tonight.
This is why I don't trust bloody amateurs. Come on then.
Your paths seem to diverge. You take different ways to get to the house. The House of Oaths. It's a temple of sorts, but it's mostly logistics. Any paperwork in Kovlar usually touches the House of Oaths at least once, because it's dedicated to the god of duty. People don't break rules in the House of Oaths. Dorf, as you're walking with Monica towards the hall. Go ahead.
So, Dorf and Monica are in like quiet conversation. He seems to be like comforting her a little bit at first, but then they're just kind of like walking quietly together. He's kind of got. Is Monica a? What race is she?
The halfling.
She's a halfling.
halfling, so they're of a similar height. She's a little shorter, and so Dorf with his shillelagh is kind of like holding her arm, you know, like for not like kind of like for support, but you can't really tell if it's for physical support or emotional.
And she's doing her best to keep it together. Not doing very well, but trying. Yeah.
He's like patting her on the arm.
Right. You find Sailix in the street, though. He's with Varus. Varus does insist on commanding his own ship there, steering this chair, learning how it works. He's never seen anything like it. I imagine none of you actually have. But your paths cross at an intersection. Go ahead, Dor.
Sailix, we need
well,
to
for whatever
get
it's
your
worth,
house.
Sailix, when Sailix sees Rune, Rune is likely out of spoons.
Sailix is similarly out of all his spoons right now. He is holding it together with a thin veneer of, I'm going to smile and try to hold a conversation while Varus pushes himself around the city.
I'm so glad
We're about to be
that
framed for murder.
Oh! Great!
Wait, what?
Wait.
So you know what this is about?
Oh, but I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, hell.
In the grand scheme of things, there are a handful of things this could be about. Either word has gotten out that we spoke to King Haral, in which case they're going to be angry about that. Or, if they're talking about outsiders and the death of one of their own regents, they're likely going to blame us for their death. So, looking at the two big options,
did you have anything to do with it at all?
They don't like outsiders. What was that?
Did you have anything? Tell me now so that I can help you. But did you have anything to do with the poisoning? Did you have anything to do with it at all?
Of course not.
Do I believe her?
You can make a perception check versus a deception DC. If you pass it, it means you know whether or not she's lying. And if you fail it, you won't know whether or not she's lying.
A perception. Would you be so kind as to roll that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Sorry,
Whoops,
I found it.
Wrong. Okay, we'll go with yours. Nothing to do with it. As far as you can tell, it seems like she has nothing to do with it. Or at least there's more to this than you understand right now. It's a complicated situation.
Well, that tends to be the situation most of the time, so I'm used to that. All right, well.
Suffice it to say,
I guess there's only one way to find out what it's about. Have we got everyone here? Do we have everyone, or are we missing people still?
Corvus said the other two are on their way.
Yep. A different
Corvus
path.
is letting me know the other two are on their way.
It's likely best to present a unified front, you know. Have us all here at once. You know, I've been gone.
I haven't really had a chance to discuss this whole thing with having to venture into Sagarak unexpectedly after all. This should be an interesting conversation.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Well,
depending on when they get there, I think we'll wait to make sure everyone arrives for this.
Yeah.
Bit.
You arrive outside. The doors aren't open. Vesper and Aghi arrive last with Corvus. As you all just file in. There's a guard posted at each end. This temple is dedicated to to the dwarven god Coles. Imagine it's the most lawful beacon in this city. Another guard walks out.
Uncomfortable just walking by.
Yeah.
Is my skin tingling? Is it just me? Is it warm in here? Yeesh.
I don't like it. I feel the rules and they hurt me.
Another guard walks out. Beside him, Collar and Chisel Rock, Stonemason's Guild. He arrives, scanning the place. He looks like he'd been at work all day. Tired, just scanning. Some of the people have sort of arrived because they noticed the small crowd and they've kind of collected a little bit at a safe distance. He spots Vesperin and nods like you would to a drinking buddy. Almost immediately pretending he hadn't just done that, though. Then he sees Dorf and he ushers him over.
Can we walk over there too, or is he just like back the fuck off?
Yeah, he seems to ignore the rest of you, and he's pointing just directly at Dorf. You
Actually,
can move closer if you would like.
Rune will usher the rest of the group to stay nearby.
Away from Colleran, or up ahead towards?
Yeah, it's very clear Rune has something to say to the party as a whole.
All right.
So I would limp over towards where I was beckoned to, I suppose.
Yeah, and while you're speaking with Colleran, he's checking you. You've been missing, so he's like examining, questioning you, trying to figure out what's happened. But yeah, go ahead, Rune. What you have to say to the group?
So with the Unforgotten nearby, trying to keep it to a low conversation. Because we had to go into Sagarak earlier than expected, we didn't really have a chance to explore the situation with Kelda. If what Dorf was telling me is accurate, they're complaining about outsiders causing problems, which likely means that they're going to blame us for the death of Kelda. Which, yeah, that's going to be a thing. And we really haven't had a chance to figure any of that out, so I'm not really sure what kind of ammunition we're running in with, really. Other than the fact that we didn't do it.
Well, now might be a good time to probe for some of those answers. Skirt around the truth. Just kind of poke at them for information that some of them might not know. And see, just give them enough rope to hang themselves.
I just want to make sure we don't give them enough rope to hang us.
I would like to see them try.
Are me and Aghi
yeah,
here
you've
for this?
arrived.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's waiting for you to gather. Yep.
Yeah, so this Rune would look at Rune, and just be like, well, I mean, thing of it is, at the end of the day, who actually gains? That's what they gotta look at. Just blaming it on outsiders, well, that's the easy way out.
By all accounts, this is the scenario we've been waiting for to see what the aftermath is. To be honest, I just don't feel we're in a very good position to be managing it. But we're going to see how this pans out.
We're in a great position. We didn't fucking do it.
So Monica would send message to Vesperin, and she's alive, but we've relocated her to Breach Hill for her safety so that we can see who did this. You're an excellent liar, so I trust you with this information.
Vesperin gives no indication that she has heard anything.
That's right.
Aghi. Did you respond to Rune?
No.
Right. All right. Listen. Colleran speaks up. His spiky red beard, that flowing, swept back, hair to match, and those like piercing blue eyes and the bushy brows. He looks furious. Puts a hand on Dorf's shoulder, and he nods. Just briefly looking at the guards. Go ahead.
Dorf's got like his hood up and kind of looks over to Colleran for
Yeah, standing beside you on the
support.
steps.
And he drops his hood and he drops the cloak and kind of steps forward and he addresses the crowd and he says, as a matter of fact, as he's walking forward, you notice that the limp is gone and he's standing straight and his beard has gone like a sooty black color. And as he takes each step, with each step, you can almost hear the ring of an anvil. And you can almost smell the smoke of the forge. And he speaks out, he says, "My fellow dwarves! These outsiders come to us with their open arms and their fake smiles. And what do? They kill one of our regions. They kill one of our very own. They get close to her, share her bed, and feed her poison. Just like they feed you now, here, today. They're in league with King Hral. They have taken him his sacred dagger. They seek the crown to control the undead that challenge our very walls every day. They seek to control them, to overrun our city. And they stand here before you with their mouths full of lies, ready to tell you anything that you want to hear. Death walks among you. Do not listen to them. Listen to me.
Well,
The guards advance.
shit.
One of the guards.
Seize them.
You're all under arrest. Drop your weapons. Last chance. Do you all drop your weapons?
Monica doesn't have any weapons on her. She wasn't coming here looking for a fight, so.
Aghi, did you drop your weapons?
No. Never drop my weapons.
Vesperin, do you drop your weapons?
Vesperin doesn't have any weapons.
Okay. Rune, I
Oh,
imagine
shit.
you've got no weapons to drop as well. Sailix, you drop your weapon?
No.
They advance. I'll ask once. Are you resisting? He's looking at Sailix.
Oh, they're resisting.
Come and take
Right.
them.
Time for the blood price, boys. And they start to step forward, hammers in hand. That's where we're going to end it tonight, guys. I did a thing. Thank you for watching. This has been episode 42 of Pathfinder Age of Ashes. Special shout out to Dorf, our 3-part villain. Whoops, did I do that? Oh,
Man.
yeah, it's kind of
Sorry
something,
about the
isn't
curse,
it?
guys?
Well, yeah, sorry about the curse,
I
guys.
say, I am in no way surprised by
Couldn't
this.
help myself.
Yeah.
You are a
I am
mad
not
man.
even kind of surprised.
Well, to our wonderful viewers, if you're interested in seeing where this goes, we will be back next week at the same time with episode 42 of Pathfinder Age of Ashes, picking up exactly where we left off. Let's do our character outros, and we can be asleep, I guess, before midnight if you like to live in New York time. Starting with our guest, James, go ahead.
Thank you so much for letting me be the bad guy. I'm so glad that we finally got to this reveal. This has been so much fun, plotting and scheming and getting ready to open a can of whoop ass on you guys. I'm James.
In a
I have
twisted
absolutely
tea.
no social media presence except for here. Just to kiss Mitchell's ass one more time, don't forget to check out our Patreon over at patreon.com/pennyforatale. I know that Spence will say it too, but check us out on YouTube. Hit us on that like and subscribe. And yeah, send us all your love and all your money. And oh yeah.
Aww,
Just for
the
Sam.
reprisal.
You can't do that anymore. You've betrayed me.
Oh, he does betrayal, doesn't he?
Say
Daniel.
this is payback for Sam shooting me in the leg.
I thought we had something.
Fair.
Hi guys, I played Sailix Lavendale today, who is right there with his best friend, the wizard, losing his fucking shit. But he's really looking forward to slaughtering a whole bunch of dwarfs. So that's gonna be great.
Myself included.
Uh-oh. Dr. Mr. Smith.
I am Dr. Mr. Smith. I played the very worn out wizard. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I feel like that says it all.
Yeah, I'm Spence. I played Monica Freerunner. I am suddenly very happy that I didn't expend all my spells to try and save the Vesperin. I got to be a little bit of a shit today, so that was all right. And this episode will be up a week from today on our YouTube page, along with all of our one-shots that somehow end up correlating to the story. So, if you missed anything, you can go back and check us out on YouTube. And you can find me, Resonant Moon, everywhere. Yeah.
Sam.
Oh my god. Hey guys, I'm Sam. I played Aghi, the half-orc barbarian who shouldn't roll ones. Bad things happen. I also played Poppy, who totally thought Dwarf was just this bagpipe playing wonderful dwarf, and now she has to find out he's evil, so that will be great. Broken heart.
You never know.
Jen.
You might get a redemption arc.
Hi, I'm Jen. I played the Vesperin. Blessed by Pharasma, can't die. my fault a lot of this stuff is happening, including the heel turn and the murder. So, yeah, everything's fine. Rogue's gonna rogue.
God. Actively sabotaged by the dwarf in the party. It's
Yeah,
Vespen's fault.
exactly. This is why we can't trust the short people.
I mean, she is the one that busted me out, so.
Yeah, savagesparrow.com is my awesome shirts and things. So, give that a look-see if you want sweet, nerdy apparel.
And then final mention, if you liked what you saw, the virtual tabletop is Fantasy Grounds. Go to fantasygrounds.com if you're looking to join. Theonlysheet.com is an Excel-based character management tool. Super good. Highly recommend it, especially if you're not using a virtual tabletop. Our music tonight was Rock Narden and Michael Gelfi. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.